Gig Performer is the perfect application for musicians that need a rock-solid, flexible, and powerful plugin host with very low CPU usage while performing live and on stage. Hi, my name is Roger, and in this short video, I will introduce you to basic Gig Performer concepts and features. Let's get started. In Gig Performer, the basic container that will hold all of your plugins for a particular sound or song section is called a rackspace. Your gig file is a collection of any number of rackspaces. Gig Performer has two main views. The front view is what we see now, and the back view is where we insert plugins and make connections. You can switch between the front view and the back view in the upper left corner. Each plugin is represented by a block. As you can see, Gig Performer automatically inserts blocks for your audio input, output, and MIDI connections, such as a keyboard controller. You build your sound by inserting plugins and connecting them together in any way that you want to connect them. Let's insert Spectrasonic's Keyscape plugin. You can either right-click or press Command and P to insert new plugins. Once inserted, we need to connect the MIDI block to the MIDI input of Keyscape and the audio output of Keyscape to your audio out block. If you hold down the Shift key while making a connection, Gig Performer will try to create the stereo connection automatically. You can let go of the mouse button as soon as the pin you want to connect is highlighted. That's all there is to it. To open the plugin's UI, simply double-click on the block. Now let's go to the front panel. While playing live, typically you would need to see or modify only a small set of parameters within your rig. For example, you might want to change the tremolo rate of Keyscape. To do that, add a knob by entering the edit mode and dragging one of the knobs to the panel. Now select the plugin you want to associate with this knob. You can see a list of parameters, and you can simply click on one to assign it to this knob, but a much easier approach is to simply click on the Learn button and then tweak the parameter within the plugin UI. Gig Performer will automatically learn that parameter and associate it with this knob. These assorted knobs, switches, buttons, sliders, faders are called widgets, and you can use them to create any number of customized interfaces for your plugins. Here's a pro tip. If you have multiple widgets and wanted to associate multiple parameters to them quickly, think about drawbars for example, you could simply keep clicking on the widget, then the parameter, without having to enter the Learn mode again. Now let's duplicate this rackspace. We can change the instrument plugin associated with this rackspace and assign new parameters to this layout. We can also assign parameters for multiple plugins to the same rackspace. Rackspace variations let us do subtle tweaks to parameters and instantly switch back to prior settings. You can switch rackspaces by clicking on them to move you from verse to chorus or from song to song, or you can assign a MIDI switch, such as a sustain pedal, to step through your rackspaces, or use a touch tablet with your OSC app. Unique to Gig Performer is the Patch Persist feature, which allows any held notes in one rackspace to carry over when moving to another. This allows sounds from the first rackspace to persist until you're ready to start playing your newly selected rackspace. Notice that as we add a gig with more plugins, the CPU load remains low. And also notice that as we cycle through our rackspaces, the changes are seamless, with no glitches in the sound. This has been a quick overview of Gig Performer's main features. Go to ilio.com/gp for more information and to download a free trial.